G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. I'm Chrissy, thanks for joining me, and as always I've got to do my little check boxes. Check everything that everything is fine, so hang on a sec. Alright, I can hear myself echo and everything. Alright, hang on a sec. Alright, oh my gosh, it's a party in here. Okay, hang on a sec. I just want to say hello to everyone first of all. Let me just, let me see, pop out. Hang on. Let me just pop out the, okay. Gosh. Okay, all right, let me see. I think I've got everything here. I just want to say, first of all, hello to everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Wendy, who is moderating the stream. And you know, when Wendy's here, who knows what's going to happen, all right? So who knows what's going to happen, all right? Snickles. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say hello and welcome everybody. You know it's my ritual. I've got to make sure that I get everyone. Okay, Helen, hello, how are you going? Debbie, g'day. Dimitra, hello, how you going? Chandri, Nanette, good morning everyone. Where is our fearless leader? Oh my gosh. Chandri, let me see. Hello, Chandri. Hello. Artie Studios. G'day. Hello, Kenny. Hello. How you going? Hello. Let me see if who have I got? Let me see. That's it. I think I've got everyone here. Oh, Lindy. G'day. How you going? All right. Will, hello. How you going? Hello. Thank you. Hello, Sarah Kayami. Hey, Chrissy, just popped in to say hello, my friend. I'm exhausted, so we'll watch this later. That's okay, my dear. You do whatever you can. Sergio, hello, how you going? Hello. Brenda, hello, how you going? Sammy, hello, how you going? Oh my gosh, I think I'm exhausted already. Okay, stream over. No, just joking. Chrissy, you can only have one first of all. It becomes second of all after that. Oh, look, you know me, okay? You know me. Debbie says, hello, Chrissy. It's not raining and my Wi-Fi isn't being trashy, so I can watch this stream in peace. Yay. Well, you go for it. Hello. All right. Okay, I'm putting my keyboard aside. I think I have everything set. All right, okay. Love the energy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Can I pop out the chat now? Of course. I'm going to try. I do this. Look, I don't understand. I do this every time. You know what? I'm not even going to try it because you know me. Like, it's just, I'm not doing anything. All right. First of all, I have to explain. There's a few explanations. Okay. I should start. No, I won't start because then, you know, well, no, I will start. What I have here is this is the Queen of Diamonds. This is the Queen of Diamonds, and I'm redoing this lady. That there is a few reasons why I'm doing it, and I know a few streams back I said, okay, that was it. I'm not doing any more of my element playing card deck. But again, I had another look, and I'm thinking, okay. But now I think this is it, okay? This is it. I'm not doing any more. I've been told Wendy is telling me lies. Okay, no. This is it. So this lady, she is the element Queen of Diamonds. She is air, okay? And the reason why I'm actually redoing, there is a reason. Apart from the skill that's because I've been doing this for a few years. Like, I've been doing this project for a few years, so I've got it now. There comes a time when I've actually got to draw the line. All right, I've got to draw the line. Hello, why the redo? Okay, Nanette, very good question. The redo is, okay, the redo, and then it says monkey hand, Nanette. Okay, chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Okay, chuckle, chuckle. Okay, I understand monkey hand. You know, you and me, Nanette, we go way back to monkey hand. All right, so, but there is a hand. All right, you know how you guys know how I love the hands, but this is the art supplies that I'm using are PanPastels Pastel Pencils on Pastelmat. This is 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters. I've already started doing the background, and Nanette says, why the redo? The redo is simple. My skill has just gone up a little notch, and I feel that there were certain things that I needed to redo, and even if I retouched up the original Queen of Diamonds, I think it just, you know, there were just too many things wrong with it. But seriously, this is it. This is the last time I'm redoing a card. I'm not going to redo any more. Okay. Oh, hang on. I've got to put a mark on the paper. Okay. Glasses on. I've got to start. Okay. Here we go. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be concentrating on the face today, and I'm going to be doing the eyes, and hopefully I'm going to get stuck into the skin tones. And so yes, this is what I'm going to be doing. I know I'm talking too much. Normal. This is normal. Okay, this is normal. The colors that I'm using here for, and it's not quite white. Let me see. Nanette, okay, I've answered Nanette. Coffee Cat. Hello, Coffee Cat. Hello, how you going? Just today I started repainting a picture from 2016. It needs to be done. Can relate. See, there you go. There you go. It's not just me. Thank goodness. It's not just me. Kenny says, Chrissy, I asked this few days ago. It's your turn. Were you a good girl or student when you were young? No. Actually, no. I was actually okay, to be honest. I was actually okay. I don't know. My teachers might have thought of not. Did I? Look, no. Did I get good grades? Well, I was an average student. Okay, I'll have to say average. Love the way she talks with her hands. Yes, Brenda, this is my thing. I can't help it. If you tied my hands behind my back, I will not be able to talk. Okay, so I've got to get with the program because people are actually wanting maybe some technical information about this, and I've got to, you know. Oh, okay. Oksana, Jelena, welcome. Hello. I'm working, so just listening in. Oh, okay, Jelena, so glad that you're here. It's the Greek roots, says Dimitra. Okay, all right, okay, all right. No, sorry. Okay, I'm going to concentrate on the eyes, and now I know Will, who is hopefully still in the live stream, love the title, Chrissy. Yes. Okay. Will, we call it Seclera. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. I know that you don't like me saying the whites of the eyes, but you know, I'm going to always say that. And then I'm going to say the Seclera, the Seclera, the R. Okay. Seclera. How many minutes before she actually makes mark on the paper? Okay, all right, here we go. There we go. See, Nanette, it's happening. All right, it's happening. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yes. So, and that's the reason why, and the reason why I'm doing, and of course I've got Glassine Paper. I've got my, I've got a palette, just a bit of paper. I just had a look at your notes there, Nanette. You always, you know, you always say the thing that actually makes me squirm. Oh, g'day, Deb. Hello, how you going? Hello. It's a great question. Okay, now, can I also say, while I'm painting this, Wendy brought up a very good point, and I thought, Oh, g'day Heidi. Hello. How you going? Hi Chrissy. Hi everyone. Hello. 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 You know what? I can't help being so energetic. I'm actually so excited that you're all here. You know, it's like all my art friends are all in one little place, and I'm not even in another room. I'm just in my little art room. So I'm actually quite pleased. Okay. The pastel pencils that I'm using here is. Oh my gosh! Hit record. Thank you, Brenda. Wendy, did she hit record? No, I did not. Okay, I have now. All right. So, in all seriousness, okay, the pastel pencil that I'm using now is Faber-Castell 270, and it is not quite white. It always reminds me every time I discuss this pencil. It just reminds me of raw umber tint in the PanPastel range, and it's not white. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going very gently and light pressure with my pastel pencil, and yeah, and this is also, you know, believe it or not, I require quite a bit of concentration, but I know I'm talking at the same time. But you know, females can do this. Our brains are made like this way, that we can actually do a few more things than just one thing at a time. So anyway, so here we go. All right, so I'll just put that aside. And the color that I'm going to be using here now is Carbothello Stabilo. And this is like this violet. It's almost like an indigo. And this lady's eye, or this woman's eye, it's almost like a nice bright blue, but I don't want to make her eyes a very bright blue. It's just going to be a little bit subdued, I think, a little bit. And I've sharpened my pencils before I came on. Let me see, Chrissy, I know you are super excited, but did you press the record button? Yes, now it's done. Abigail, hello, how you going? Hello, welcome. Okay, so Marcy, hello, how you going? Pastel pencils on Pastelmat, and I'm just doing the eyes at the moment before I get into some skin color. I know that I'm sorry, I was actually talking just before I came on stream, and Wendy asked me a question, and the question was, now I'm not going to go word for word because you know me, I'm not going to remember word for word, or maybe I should go word for word. Lindy says, Chrissy, because you are redoing this, are you using the exact same line drawing, or is it partly or all new? Very good question, Lindy. It is the exact same line drawing, except for one small thing. I'm actually going to put a barn owl. OWL, so a barn owl, which is just in the bottom right hand corner. So this fellow, and I've actually got some masking film on here, so I've left that there, and I'll be working on this lady for sure, and I think he will be the last thing that I work on. So just making sure that you can see all that. Yes. Okay, so the eyes are a bit violet at the moment, and it doesn't, and I've got a bit of a deep blue as well. Okay, the question. She's had a good. What Nanette says. She's a good. What is it? She's a good as a cup of coffee. I'm not quite sure what that is, but anyway. Oh, she's drinking the all and drawing. says Deb. Okay, fine. All right, have your little jokes. That's fine. Tessa says, Chrissy, are you going to turn your drawings into actual playing cards? Absolutely, Tessa. If you have no idea, this project is, I'm actually quite serious about this. I've actually done all of the suits so far, and what I've done now is, and I've done, including the jokers, and also that chalice that you saw, which was my latest thing, was just a study, but the chalice is actually going to be my logo for the playing cards. And yes, absolutely, these are going to be physical playing cards, and when the time comes I will announce when they're out, and they're actually, I'm going to put these on Kickstarter when the time comes, and when I'm confident that everything is done, and then I will start a campaign and just gently talking about it, you know what I mean? So there has been a whole process, and a reason why I've done this is because, you know, this has actually helped me complete projects, what I'm doing now. So these are 30 by 40 centimeters, and they've actually helped me, this particular project has helped me finish projects, and that was the whole point. That was the whole, well, one of the points. And the other point is that, you know, to buy an original, because the originals will be for sale as well, but you know, if somebody wanted a print, they could buy a print of this, they could buy the original of this, they could buy a deck of cards, which, I mean, I haven't you know, decided on how much these deck of cards will cost, but anywhere around the $20 range, Australian dollars, you know, so it's actually quite affordable, you know, to be selling your artwork in a form of a playing deck of cards. Oh, Nick, hello! Oh, my little brother's come into the stream. Hello, how you going? Everyone say hello to my brother. Let us keep our coffee differences behind, and I think it'll be all right, Nanette. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Okay. And of course, I've got my vacuum cleaner. Hang on a sec. Hang on. I just want to make sure that it's close by. I've got my little trolley here. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. Now her eyes are a bit too blue here, so I don't like. Although my reference does say that they're very blue, but I don't want them so blue. So, so the question, yeah. So Tessa, that's what it's all about. It's just, you know, it was just a way, and of course, you know, I've got a day job, so at the moment, my artwork, I'm not relying on my artwork to make some money. So really, this is, you can say, like a working, you know, / hobby, if you like, and having fun, and, you know, that's pretty much how it is. I'm not quite sure if you can see all my pastel pencils. Yes, you can. Okay. All right. And of course, with this, it doesn't really look all that good at the moment. Oh, and this is what I wanted to show you. These are all my pastel pencils that are starting to get very, very small. So I don't know if you guys have got a collection of even if they're colored pencils or graphite pencils. I wonder if you guys have got a collection like this. So it's actually quite interesting. So I've actually got them all in one little area, so I can actually see what I've got. And I've got a few here because some of them don't even fit. Okay. Now, a question which Wendy, who asked me, and I'm not going to quote it word for word because, of course, I'm not going to remember the word for word. But when you're, I think it is, and please, Wendy, please correct me. If you know what, look at this. I'm actually trying to sharpen my pastel pencil, and it's, yes please, if Wendy, if you could write it in the chat, that would be a really good thing, because I like the way you asked me, and I don't think I could say it the way you asked me. So Wendy's actually going to say it, and it's actually quite valid because it actually applies to me. In a nutshell, it's about starting a project with the same medium. But anyway, I'll let you, Wendy, ask the question. Thanks for the explanation, Chrissy. It's subtle really, but it's noticeable. I prefer YouTube as a hobby. Oh, okay. Okay, back to weaving in yarn ends so I can finish my blanket. Oh, hello. Very nice. Okay. All right. Okay, look how tiny this little fellow is. It is black, Faber-Castell. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Here we go. Well, I'm not using that black one anymore. It's going to keep on doing those sorts of things. Okay, Carbothello. Okay. And the one good thing about pastels, and I don't know if you're all into pastels, but it is probably one of the most unforgiving mediums, apart from oils. Now, I'm sure that some people might beg to differ on that one, but I suppose that's me. That's me because I started on oils, and I find that that's one of the easiest ones. It's funny how I say oils, but here I am doing pastels, and that leads to the question where Wendy says, Chrissy, if and when working on a series, do you feel you need the pieces to be done in the same medium and style or cohesiveness or would changing it be okay? And it leads me to say about this. Nanette says, will you put some skin on this poor woman? She looks creepy. She actually does look creepy, Nanette. I know. Well, you know what? I know that you go to the gym in the morning, so hopefully I can get to it before you go off. Okay. So when it comes to Wendy's question here, now this also, for example, I was when I started my YouTube channel, I started this project almost the same time. So all you guys is that you see is me working in pastels. So the project that I had started this on was on pastels, and because I started this project on pastels, I'm going to finish it on pastels. Because if I chopped and changed mediums, then it's not going to be consistent in the way it looks. So, and that's the reason why I'm using the mediums that I'm using. So I was just wondering if you guys and ladies, if you guys and gals, if you're thinking, is this how you're thinking as well? Like if you were doing a series, would you do it in the same medium, or would you chop and change, or, you know, because you'd want it to look, you know, you'd want it to look consistent and cohesive and, you know, yes. So I was just wondering, and I thought that was a very good question. Absolutely, it was a very good question. So I just want, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to ask everyone to see what they think. The magic of art, the magic of art creation is gone. Okay. Oh, I know. Tends to miss my question. Oh, hang on, Kenny. Hang on. What have I missed? Hang on. Chrissy, what is the name of the Queen of Diamonds? Is it Susan from Narnia? No, it is not Susan from Narnia. She does have a name. The name escapes me at the moment, but I'm actually going to, she's on one of my previous videos, and I should have, Oh my gosh, she does have a name. Chrissy. Oh, I've got to have a look. Wendy, can you actually remind me? Is it possible? Is it possible to have a look? She does have a name. She does have a name, and in fact, she has special powers as well. This lady, she's got wings. She has wings. She actually looks like, yeah, she looks quite creepy actually. Some of them I remember their names, some of them I don't remember their names. Yes. So I was just wondering, oh yes, Coffee Cat says, I try to do series with the characters from my comics, and yes, I like them. But I have a hard time drawing all of them in the same style because I get bored and find other styles I want to try. Yes. But yes, we're talking about a series though. I mean, because I know you do digital art, Coffee Cat. So and you've got names for them as well. Must be the wine, my brother says. Very funny. He's very funny. She's having an Earth to Chrissy kind of day. She must be long lost daughter of Thanos. Oh, look at you. I think finding the right style would be the most difficult part for me. Okay. All right. I've been very conscious now when I'm doing, for example, this painting. I've even allocated the space or thereabouts where if you were to put all of the cards, if you were holding the cards in one hand, that the space between the top of the card and or the picture part and the head is ballpark similar. So I'm very, very careful in the way that I do this. I mean, these little things that are in the way, that's okay, but it's more or less their heads that I'm making sure. Marcy, I've never considered doing a series. I'm guessing, like in books, 3 or more would be a series. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes, so... Now this lady, now she's going to look spooky for a while. Now that's the whole point. I mean, yes, she is going to look a bit freaky for a bit. Yes, absolutely the same medium. Yes, of course, Heidi says. Yeah, Heidi says. Because otherwise things won't look the same. If I started doing oils or changing mediums, they will look totally different for sure. Totally different. Brenda, okay, thank you, Brenda. Yes, okay. And the pastel pencils that I've got here, there's a mixture: Derwent, Carbothello, Brunsales. What have I got here? And I've got, of course, I'm using Faber-Castell, and I'm also using Giocondas as well. I've got all of these out so you can see what I'm doing, or so you can see the pastel pencils that I'm using. Chrissy, have you given your new tools a try, or are you planning on it anytime soon? Yes, no, I haven't tried them. I haven't had time, to be honest. I haven't had time. I would love to. But I might even practice with them on screen, maybe on a live stream. You can see I've bought a few things have actually come in. I've got a few brushes and tools. So hopefully you'll be able to see some of the things I'm going to be trying out. I'm always trying out different ways of application, so yeah. Wow, she does look spooky, doesn't she, Nanette? She does. Yeah. Kenny says, Chrissy, I've noticed you have not done any art pieces associated with horns. Have you given up on horns? No, absolutely not. I love horns, of course. Yes, no. I think they're quite a delicate thing, to be honest. When you see a deer, I just love the look. When I see a deer, I thought, oh, how elegant does that animal look? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys were considering, would you do? Oh, hang on, I'm going to sharpen this one again. Would you consider doing a series with the same medium, or would you consider doing different mediums? Now, I understand about the boredom. I get that. I understand that. I've been wanting to do colour pencil pieces for ages, but this project has just taken over my time. It's just taken over, and I've tried to go into my other mediums, which I enjoy, but this I always have to go back, because now I'm actually having to I really got to finish this, so that's why I'm concentrating on this at the moment. Okay, also the colours. Okay, Faber-Castell 181 here. This is oh my gosh, Oksana, love watching you draw and learn from you. Oh my gosh, Oksana, thank you so much for that super chat. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Dimitra says, for a beginner, would you recommend pastel pencils or pastel pans? Okay. All right. For a beginner, I've got to say that the PanPastels, there is a technique with these. It's not a difficult medium. But there is a kind of technique, and I think what you have to consider is the surface that you use, and do you want to use this with other mediums? I have used these with colour pencils. I've also, as you can see, I'm using pastel pencils. I find that using pastel pencils helps me blend in with the pastel pencils a lot easier. So for beginners, it all depends what style of painting you do. Do you like, I think that you should give it a go, to be honest. I think that you should just give it a go and see what you can and can't do, and watch plenty of tutorials and videos. There are so many videos, and there are so many talented artists out there. You should just have a look on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, all of those sites. Wicked, hello Wicked, hello, how you going? Oh, look at this. Oh, jeez. Hang on. And that's because of the wood. Yeah. Sorry, I've just got to sharpen this. I like this colour Saffron. See, and it all goes down to the Derwent pastel pencils. The Derwents is because I like the colour. It's the colour that I like. Yes, so for beginners, Dimitra, I think that I think you should give for beginners. I think they should give it a go, but I think if they're going to give it a go on a very good surface. That's going to make all the difference. PanPastels are very easy to use. I use them on my background here. A lot of artists use them for backgrounds and then their colour pencil work. I use them for exclusively. Yeah. And I've, there's a few videos on my channel where I've shown you where you can actually use that where you can use those exclusively. So okay. And of course I'm going to layer and layer and work this and work it. Now this lovely looking lady, she her eyebrows are very close to her eyeballs, and I have to decide whether I want that to happen, and I've decided that I will. Her gaze is quite intense, so yes, I will. There's also artistic license. Okay. And this is indigo. Debbie says, a lot of ladies told me my crochet blanket looks like a Van Gogh painting. Can crochet count as an art medium now? You know what? Anything is possible. I think anything is possible. I've seen even people who quilt that do projects. I don't know whether you would call that a medium, but there's so much artistic flair in that as well. I love crocheting. I used to do it a lot when I was younger. My auntie taught me how to crochet. Okay. She looks a bit weird, doesn't she? Just like that. These two eyes just peeping through. Have I missed something? Chrissy, I think... Kenny says, Chrissy, I think if you... Oh, let me go. I think if you had red hair, you would look almost like Black Widow from Marvel. Okay. Yeah, no. Wouldn't that be nice if I looked like Black Widow? She looks fantastic, actually. Yeah. Wouldn't that be good? Okay. All right, so I'm actually going to start painting some of her skin. So I'm actually going to go around her eyes and I'll start painting with PanPastels. So the pastel pencils that I've, the pans that I have close by are, and here we go. These are, and I group these together. When I'm putting them away after a project. And the pans here we go, burnt sienna tint, and I like those colours there. They're the colours which I'm going to use, and here, there it is there. Burnt sienna, here we go, and I think let's just keep the red iron oxide group handy, because I think that's probably what I'm going to use. Here we go. And these are always around me. And of course I've got a I've got a just some paper. Okay, Sergio says, hang on, who was that? Sorry, cards. Oh, Jazza. Who? Tessa. Oh, I'm sorry, Tessa. Tessa, how many cards do you still have to finish? Well, they're all done. Sorry, the face cards are done. Now I'm working on the back of the cards, and I'm also working on, and I'm redoing the Queen of Diamonds. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it at the moment. And of course, I'm doing the packaging and logos and all of that sort of thing. So what I'm mixing is burnt sienna shade, and I'm making a skin tone here. And I will start with that. And the brush, and of course I'm using brushes, and I really, it's almost like a dry brush technique, and I just love the way this technique works for me. And I've got thinner brushes, thicker brushes. I just want to lay down some colour down very quickly. Have you chosen a printer yet? I have. Sneak says. Kenny says, finally some skin on the Queen of Diamonds. Okay. Sneaks. I have made inquiries. I've called card companies that specialize in making playing cards, and it all comes down to cost, and that's what it's all about. The moolah. It all comes down to cost. So I've sent a few emails to a few American or US based card making places, because I've seen the quality in what they do. But I'm also inquiring with some Australian local ones as well. See what I'll be able to get away with. Not sure. I'm just waiting on responses from some of them. Okay. Okay. Lindy, hey Chrissy, haven't seen your face. Okay, yes, Lindy. You and Wendy are on my case, and I said, and this happened just before the stream, and I said, oh, I've just got to do it. I've got to do it. So people can share their artwork, and when they talk about it, so they can actually share their artwork on the Facebook page. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I promise. When I say I promise, it means it's going to happen. Heidi says, Chrissy, yes, I have a friend that does art quilts, and they sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on size. Absolutely, I've seen them. I've actually gone to a few shows where they sell those art and craft places, and I have just walked out feeling so inspired to even make a quilt. Well, I have made a quilt myself, but this was a long time ago, because I also do sew. I've got a very fancy sewing machine which I haven't touched for a long time, but yes, absolutely. Debbie, skin, we need some skin. Yes, Debbie, yes, I'm going for it. Look, it's happening. oh, you can't see what I'm mixing. You can't see that. Let me make sure that you can see that. Hang on. Yeah, because I'm in the way. And I need that colour as well. Let me see. I think that's it there. And I'm going to use a much finer brush as well. And of course, many layers are going to go on. And this is all the very yucky stage. We know about the yucky stage. My reference is almost quite bland. She's almost pasty looking. So I'm actually going to introduce more colour into this lady. More texture. Yeah, so, and that's where I think, from practicing, that sometimes when you see a reference photo you think, well, and you feel confident to change it, and that comes with practice, I think. I've got a lot to learn, no doubt about that, absolutely a lot to learn, but I'm feeling very comfortable in doing these. Let me see. Shannon, hello, g'day, how you going? Welcome. Oh my gosh, Nanette, a place to hang out would be great. I want to see what everyone is doing. All right, Nanette, okay, just for that, because folks, Nanette is only on Instagram and she will not go on Facebook. She will not. So this is my mission now. Yes. Okay, Shannon says, and I have a really industrial, okay. Kenny says, Chrissy, just a suggestion. Would you like to do a deck of cards associated with the Avengers and Marvel characters? I probably would not do that, only because, you know what, you've got to be really careful with copyright and things like that. And, you know, it's not my original character. And of course, you could say, well, these are more or less my original characters, even if I've used references, but I've put together a composition, so this is my original thing. So, and these are the things that we've got to be very careful of. I think people that are doing fan art have actually got to be very careful of, you know, copyright. I think, and I have heard that sometimes these companies are quite happy for you to do these because it promotes their character in the series. But you've also, I think there's a fine line. I think there's a bit of grey. I think that's what it is. There's a bit of grey. So you've got to be really, really careful when doing things like that. But wouldn't that be a fantastic idea? I would love to be able to do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I'm bringing in who is asking that question? Sergio. Okay, how would you describe the story behind the deck? Okay, I'm going to have to think about how to explain myself, because sometimes I have difficulty in articulating what I really like to say. It's in my brain, but by the time it comes out, it doesn't come out the same way. And it all comes down to when I was creating the characters. I like fantasy, Sergio. I like fantasy, and I like stories. And all of these characters have got stories. They've got special powers. This particular character, the Queen of Diamonds, she has wings. And so this is her power. She has wings when she wants to use them. So I've put them in flight. At the moment she's in flight. The story behind it. We have to go back. Let me think. How would you describe the story behind the deck? The story behind the deck is the elements of the earth. How I would describe it is that there are 4 realms, and each realm takes care of itself, but they coexist. They coexist. But this is in my mind. Okay, they coexist. And the queens, there will be a story, just a little short story about all of these characters. And just to let you in on something, the queens are all sisters, and all of them have a story. Like, for example, the this particular queen, she is the youngest of the 4 queens. She is the most energetic, and she is the most free-spirited one of all. The Queen of Clubs, she is, of course, represented by Earth, and she is the most solid one of all. The Queen of Hearts, she's all about vanity. And of course we have the Queen of Spades. Well, we always got to have a good guy and a bad guy in this, and you know, she's the evil one. Okay, so that is how the story will be with these. And so I haven't put they've got characters, but I haven't put them together in a story. I've actually drafted a few ideas, and there will be a story when I'm launching the cards as well, because it'll be in the packaging. So, you know, for those who are interested, it just, you know, I mean, I suppose it's a project which I'm just passionate about, and instead of it just being a painting, and she does this particular spirit here, she has, you know, there's a lot of character to her at the moment. So, and as I'm painting them, sometimes I think about their characters and what adventures they get up to, and you know, I suppose it's all in my mind. Yeah. I don't know if I've explained that well, Sergio. Let me see. And again, Kenny says, Chrissy, have you ever had a meal at A&W before? Do you have A&W restaurants in Australia? I'm not quite sure, Kenny. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Who are you? Okay. All right. Talking. Okay. No, that's it. All right. So, still going ahead with my skin. There's all sorts of shades, and I've decided that I'm going to, her face is actually quite pale, but I'm actually going to introduce a lot more colour than what's in my reference, because I think that was my problem in the last one as well. She didn't have so much colour, so, or value is probably what is the word that I should be saying. And when you're looking at her, oh my gosh, she looks horrible the way she is like that now. But I promise you, I'll always come good in the end. Okay. And the beauty is that you can see me mixing colours, and that's, and going very, very slowly actually. In fact, I think I actually should have, oh no, that's okay. I had masking film before, and I pulled it off, and I decided the only thing that I wanted to leave masking film on was my barn owl. So, but anyway, see. Heidi says, I have a superpower too. I make wine disappear. What's your superpower? That's my superpower as well. So funny. Oh, so funny, so funny. Sergio, you've explained it so. Oh, okay, Nanette. Well, friends, I have to go now. I'll see you all next time. Okay, Nanette. Okay, next time I see you on this chat, I will have a Facebook, and I will No. Oh, okay, I'm told don't make promises you can't keep. Well, in that case, now that I've said it, it actually has to happen. And of course, Lindy will pull me up as well on this one for sure. Okay, all right, Nanette. We'll talk soon for sure. Sergio says, you explained it so well. Now I'm thinking about the kings and the jacks. Well, you know what? On my website, if you go to Xrissart, Xrissart.com, and you go into there's the images, there's gallery, and then there's elements. If you go into the elements, you will see all my cards already done. You will see them, including the jokers. You will see what I've done so far. But don't forget, this project's taken me a long while. It's taken me a bit to do, and it's because I've got a full-time job. So every bit of spare time I'm down here all the time. You know, my family don't see me. Let me see. Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Hello. Dropping by to say hello. Is that a special sharpener you are using for the pastel pencils? Must say, really enjoying this, but really got to sleep. Okay, Fiona. This is the handheld. It's just a handheld a handheld sharpener. Just a cheapie, $2.50. But I've got all sorts of sharpeners. I've got blades and I've got the Derwent Super Point. But this is the baby that's doing it all at the moment. But thank you for popping by, everyone. But talk soon, I'm sure. There you go. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's put a link to where you can see all the other all the other cards of my element playing card deck. Hello, Fiona. Welcome. You're an official member of the Art Avengers. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so. Okay. And the one good thing about this surface is that I'm going to put many layers on this, and mixing with the burnt sienna group, and a color which really is nice in the burnt sienna group is the actual burnt sienna with the tint. And I find that I'm able to, and within my little palette you can actually see all the little values as well. So and I'm going very slowly, as you can see, very slowly. So the brushes that I've got that have come in, I'm actually going to show you at one point. I normally do a show and tell sometimes, but I haven't today, but because I needed to get cracking with all of this. Get cracking, sorry, that's a term which we use. Do you use that at all? Get cracking means just, you know, hurry up along, pretty much. Okay. Just want to put some pastel down on the face, so at least you can say that, oh my gosh, she actually did put some pastel down. All right. These brushes are great. The hands, I'm leaving the hands, not just yet. Here we go. I think I need a thinner brush. Her face is small on this, so I've actually got to go. Now this is an 1/8 of an inch brush. Mixing at the moment, and I'm just putting in some shades. Oh, you're not going to believe it. When I was live streaming on Sunday, and I had a look at the footage, well, guess what you could only see? My hair. That's all you could see. I was so annoyed. So that's why I'm checking on this side to make sure that my hair is not in the way. And of course I'm blending as well. The nose. I'll work in with the nose. Here we go. Hopefully next Kenny says, have you been in the Pancake Parlour in Australia before? I love that restaurant. You know what, Kenny? I'm not quite sure whereabouts the Pancake Parlour is in Australia. You know, Australia's very big. Oh, Will. Okay, everyone, I'm off to the movies. See you later. Thanks so much, Will. Thank you so much. Have a great time. And I want to see that movie as well. Keanu Reeves is very nice on the eye, I must say. Very nice. Just don't spoil it. And I know you won't. You don't do that. Okay. I just want to make sure that I've got the nostril in. Otherwise, even if it's a mark there, I just don't want to lose what that is. And I'll work around it. There it is there. That's part of the nostril. I just want that there. There we go. That's just a map. Chris, I thought Will had left a long time ago. He wasn't in the chat much. No, that's Will's always listening in the background, I'm sure. Okay. Kenny says, Chrissy, I have only been to the Pancake Parlour outlets in Melbourne. Not sure if the other cities have them. To be honest, I've only been to Melbourne once, and I haven't noticed it, I've got to say. So I, yeah, not sure, but I don't think we got them in Sydney. I'm in Sydney all the time. Well, when I say all the time, from time to time. Okay, we need her eyebrows. She needs eyebrows. She needs eyebrows. Pancakes on the rocks. Yes, Nick, I know about pancakes on the rocks, but we're talking pancake parlor outlets. Is it pancakes on the rocks? Is that what you mean, Kenny? Okay. I'm told that they're only in Melbourne, the pancake parlours. Yeah. Okay, we at least need to give us some eyebrows. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, Sydney. Have you stepped into the Sydney Opera House? I've performed in the Sydney Opera House, Kenny. I know the Sydney Opera House. I've performed in there actually a number of times. That's something that perhaps maybe you don't know about. But this was a very long time ago when I was a young girl. Not right now. Not at this age, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Dimitra, do you have a reference? If not, how do you pick what colours to use? Yes, I have a reference. I have a reference, but the reference that I'm using here, her face is very pale, and so and there's not many values. When I say not many values, you know there are not many darks and lights. So I'm introducing the darks and the lights. So I'm changing my reference just slightly, but it's all about the proportion, and it's taking a while for it to take shape. Just a little bit. Sometimes, like on stream, I can't concentrate as much as I would if I was just on my own. But you're getting the idea, and of course these are all going to be hopefully, if my hair is not in the way, then you'll be able to see the footage. But thankfully that we get to see this sometimes on the live streams. But you actually can start to see her face, hopefully taking shape, but going very slowly. Let me see, who have I got? Peggy. Oh, I like Peggy. Where's Peggy? I haven't. Is she there? Oh yeah, Peggy. Hello, Peggy. Hi, beautiful art friends. Hello. Tessa says, Chrissy, do you have Wendy sitting in your ear? Absolutely. Yeah, she's here. She's telling me stuff. Usually Wednesdays is more chatting, but sometimes she's trying to. If I've missed someone, she reminds me that make sure, such and such is has come into the chat. So yes, she is. Shiny says, I was going to go to the Opera House tonight to see Proclaimers, but I was not feeling too hot. Okay, all right. But I have performed. I'm whispering sweet nothings, says Wendy. Yeah, you think. That's what she tells you. She's not. It's not sweet nothings. Okay, it's not sweet nothings. It's something. Sneak says, Chrissy, do you get to leave that statement? You do not get to leave that statement hanging. What did you perform? Oh, okay. All right, I will tell you in a moment. Make sure that okay. Okay. When I was a young girl, I used to dancing. I used to do Greek dancing and jazz when I was a young girl, and there were some concerts that we used to perform for for schools, primary schools, high schools and universities. And we filled the auditorium, and we used to do full concerts, and we would dance. We would dance in the auditorium. Oh, sorry, in the actual, sorry, not the auditorium, the concert hall. And that's what we used to do. Yes. Yes, I used to dance as well. Used to dance. That's probably something that you guys don't know too much about me. Did you know Chrissy could dance? Yes, of course, of course. Yes, I used to dance. And we used to dance Eisteddfods as well. I don't know if you know what that means, Eisteddfods. There were competitions. Used to do that as well when I was a young girl. Yes, so I can say that I was in the that I did perform in the Opera House, and oh my goodness, you should see like the Australian ballet. When we walked through certain areas, oh my gosh, it was like huge. It was this huge place with great big mirrors, and you used to see the ballerinas and stuff like that. Oh, it was just awesome. Of course, the Australian ballet. Chrissy keeps talking of this young girl thing, like that's a thing. Exactly. I just glanced up from my painting and wondered why the heck Chrissy was wearing a giant brush behind her back. Hey, what's going on? A brush behind my back? Are you kidding? I just glanced up from my painting and wondered why the heck. Oh, okay, all right. Wow, that's spooky. Maybe I have friends who are joining me here. That happens. You did you win the competitions, Chrissy? One of them we did as a group, yes. Short-term memory is gone. Okay. Then realised it is the brushes in her left hand showing behind her pick. Oh, okay. All right. For a minute, I thought I had spooky friends joining me in with the chat. Wouldn't that be nice? All right. Wendy has just reminded me that she's in my ear and she's quite spooky. So let's leave it at that. Okay. All right. So see now, look, she's coming along. Okay. It takes a while. It does take a while. But very gently, very surely, and not rushing. Never rush. Never rush. And of course, I'm prone to rushing. So, and I just want to outline certain areas so we can see where they are, so I don't go over my mark. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. There we go. No, Kenny, I'm not going to dance on a live stream. Those days have gone. Those days have gone. And can I just, oh, here's a hint for lips. When people are painting portraits, when you're talking about colours, apart from red lipstick for females, you continue with the skin tones. That's just something that that's something to consider when you're doing those. Oh, Oksana, thank you so much. Coming along beautifully. Thank you so much. And because what I'm really liking is what I really want you to see is what I'm mixing. So I might even, let's see if I can zoom in slowly. Oh, okay. If I do that, you won't see what I'm mixing. Just make sure you can, that's all. Oh. Okay, there you go. Lips are so fun to paint. You know what? Yes, they are. And I've always had problems, not problems, but it was always something that I had to be very careful of. So where's my fine brush? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh wow, you know what that reminds me? I should have what time is it? Oh wow. I bought something on Amazon, and this would be the ideal thing to use on here. Do you mind if I just go and get it? I just thought about that. Would that be okay? Do you have a part of the face that is the most challenging for you to draw or least favorite? I tell you what, I struggle with the noses. I've been reminded many times about my noses, how they all look the same. But can I tell you, the models that I've used, they've all had perfect noses. Oh gosh. So can I go get it? We want to know what it is. Okay, Helen. Okay, I'm doing it. Hang on a sec. Two secs. Okay, here we go. This is what I've got. Oh, yes, I did say hello to Coffee Cat. Here we go. Look at these. Look at these. Okay. So, there's a reason why I got those. I hate noses, says Coffee Cat. Can't deal. Okay. Oh, I've been waiting to get those. Oh, okay. Now, so these are for details like little bits here in the eye, the lips, and I think these would be great for fur and stuff like that. So before I apply it on here, and I'll just put it here so you can see, okay, because I'm in the process of experimenting. Do you use them too? Okay. Marcy says, I have a spot on the portrait I'm working on where I guess I've damaged the tooth. Pastelmat, is there any hope of recovery, or should I try again on a new piece? Now, I tell you what, Marcy, if there is a time, there will be a time when Pastelmat will not take any more tooth. I've been there as well, and I haven't been able to recover it. And it's because of a few things. Okay, before I go, oh gosh, let's have a play while I'm doing this. Okay. Oh, Jelena, okay, Jelena, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. Sneaks, okay. So, hang on, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying something. Oh gosh. Oh, the Pastelmat, the tooth. There will come a time when it's done, and that's only because if you've put too much pressure on the tooth, if you've put too many layers. Now, when I say too many layers, you have to put like quite a lot of layers for it not to work. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. You may have actually just destroyed the tooth by this time. I don't know if you can recover from that, because that's happened to me once. Yeah, I have a spot on the portrait I'm working on where I guess and that's from the pressure. Okay, all right. I love when you experiment. Okay, so here we go. Oh, yes. I think this is going to work. I hope it is. Okay. Oh, hang on. I should mix first. Let me mix the colours. Let me make sure that I've got the colours that I want on here. Where I've got pigment. Okay, I think I've got it right. Okay. And they're really, really tiny. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that. That is so tiny. And I'm going to use a paper towel. Hang on. Here we go. So I've left that so you can see what that is. I've got to get, looks like I've got to get quite a bit of pigment on this. It is foam. It is not a brush. It is foam. And it is for the tiniest of details. It looks like. Yes. So I suppose, you know what this would be good for? For artists who like doing fur. I'm going to play with this until I get the technique right. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. The only thing, it's a foam. Okay, this is a foam. All I've got to make sure is that I've got enough pigment. If I've got enough pigment. This is how we discover things, folks. Yep. Okay, here we go. Oh, hang on. So this is, there's a few light bits here, so. Hang on, can I get any closer? Let me see if I can get closer. Can I get closer? Ooh, ooh. Okay, sorry. Okay. And it's all okay. See, because the lips are so tiny on this. It's not a very, like the face is not very big here. So okay, all right. I've just got to play around with this a little bit more. Okay, all right. Okay, let me just go out again because it might be just a bit too much for you guys to view. Okay, so just so you can see as well. So hang on. Oh, sorry. I'm just saying. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So there's just too much highlights here. So maybe. Okay, Dimitra, sorry. Guys, got to go. Have fun. It was nice hanging out with you. Bye. Bye for now. Bye for now. Yasu, Dimitra. Okay. All right. So the that sponge is just a little bit hard. That's okay. I've just got to get used to how it works. And with the brush, blends very nicely. Okay, I got it. Now, if anyone is interested in these, if this is something that you might want to be interested in, I'll show you what it is. Okay, this is what they are. Clean room foam swab, and it's for cleaning cameras. So, and there's, I don't know, there's 100 swabs in a bag. Well, look, that's what it is in a package. So, you know, and they weren't expensive. All right, so I'm testing things. This is what I'm doing. I'm just testing things. Yeah, and actually stay tuned, because I've got some brushes which I'm actually going to use for grass in my element realms painting. So stay tuned for that one, because I'm going to be trying something there as well. It blends okay, and it's just for teeny weeny details. This is really good for teeny weeny details. And remember, there's no right or wrong in anything. I mean, this is even finer than a pastel pencil. Okay, remember. Even finer than a pastel pencil. Or you could, as I'm doing now, very lightly, and then you can just blend that. It's all about trying things. All about trying things. Okay. Now, I know that you can't see much here, okay? I know that you can't, but please believe me that it looks okay in real life. Okay. All right. So, what we'll be doing. And again, just using a paper towel to, wow, okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, well there you go. What time is it for you? Okay, says Debbie. Oh, it's almost midnight for me, so I probably should be wrapping it up very soon, actually. When erasing, okay. Okay, Wendy says, oh, all right. Okay, Sergio says, Chrissy, I always wondered, what happens if you sneeze upon a pastel work that has not been fixed yet? Well, that's a very good question. You would like to think that when you sneeze, you turn your head the other way. That's what I would be doing. But I use, I might just put this aside here for the moment. I use PanPastels and Pastel Pencils, and this medium has, minimal dust when you use it. Minimal dust. Well, the way I use it with brushes and all of these things that I'm experimenting with, I do create more dust than what is, you know, more dust. But when you're using the soft tools, there is little or minimum or no dust. Minimal no dust. So it all depends what tools you're using. But I can tell you what, if you're sneezing, turn your head. It is 8 hours earlier here in Holland. Oh my gosh. So and plus too, Sergio, I don't fix my work. I don't use fixative. None. Pastelmat, you do not need to use fixative. None. I promise you, you do not need it. Unless you use other mediums when you're combining. That's a different story. But I can tell you now, hand on my heart, I have not used medium. Oh, sorry, I have not used a fixative on these. Truly, I have not. It's the surface. It's the surface. I don't even use pastels, so it's a complete mystery for me. Well, I'll tell you now, there are no mysteries here. I'm telling you now. This is how it is. Kenny says, Chrissy, I can imagine what would happen if Dumbo sneezed on those pastel powders. Well, you know what? I'm going to make him turn his head as well. Well, actually, there's no dust. Really, there's no dust. Here there is dust, but not on here. The only time that you'll see dust is if I've had to vacuum, of course. Yes. But I tell you what, I might just wrap it up. But we've learned a few things here. You can, if you have a look, if you're into this kind of thing, in experimenting and stuff like that, I'm just using things just to see. And if I find that it's something that worthwhile, I will push it and I will recommend it. At the moment, we're just experimenting and we'll see how we go. So this was the first time I've actually used these, to be honest. But let's see how we go. Stay tuned is what I'm going to tell you. Wrapping up already. Yes, today I will search Amazon for lab swabs. There you go. And I've got a few others, Deb. I've got a few others. But anyway, look, just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for popping by. Please, I know that we all know Wendy, but for people that have just come in and don't know Wendy, please, I've got all her details in the description box below. She's been moderating and doing a fantastic job, and an awesome friend. We are all friends. We are all art friends, and so thank you so much. But anyway, probably we'll be streaming on Sunday, and maybe I might even use this as a working stream on Sunday. I'm just a bit tired of looking at my Element 4 realms. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for streaming. Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, everyone, okay, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll catch up soon. Okay, bye for now.